In this video, we're going to be doing an unboxing, setup, and review of the Core Equipment 10-person lighted instant cabin tent that's actually offered over at Costco. Now, for those of you who are my subscribers, I know this is a bit out of the normal for me because this isn't a garage project, a tool review, or us fixing something, but we were looking to get a tent for our boys to be able to camp out in the backyard this summer and be able to take them camping. And we came across this tent over at Costco, and when I went online to look up some reviews and just get some more information about it, I couldn't find anything out there. And so we picked one of these up, and I thought it would be a good idea for me to just video this. We're going to unbox it, set it up, and see how it goes. My oldest boy here, Luke, is going to help me do this project here. Now on the box it says it has an easy 2-minute setup. To be honest, I'm a bit skeptical of that, but you know what? We're going to find out if that's really true here as we go. Now it does have some features listed here on the box. It says it has the silver rain fly here up on the top, and so we'll definitely put that on. It has an integrated LED light system in the top of the tent that runs off of D batteries, and it has 3 light modes, and I think that's something that could be really cool. I've never seen a tent with that, so I'm anxious to see how that works out, and I'll show you that more up close here as we go. It has large mesh windows, it has a straight wall design, and by doing that, rather than having it slope, that really takes away area inside your tent. With a straight wall design, it's going to make it just seem much more roomier for us to be able to fit in there as a family. Also has extra large side door and an adjustable ground vent, so it's able to pull in cool fresh air off the ground, and then it vents it out the top. So let's get this out of the box here. Let's see what's included with it, and then let's test out that 2-minute setup, and then we'll do a review. First thing I noticed right off the bat, I do like the fact it comes with this nice case that the tent fits in, and it's got the good sturdy carrying handles. It's double sewn down here to actually keep it attached to the bag, and so this here looks really good. So we got everything out of our tent bag there. We got our tent here on the ground. I kind of did a quick read through on the instructions. I'm not a real big tent expert, so let's see how this goes. And according to the instructions, we're going to unroll it, and then basically we're going to pop up the sides and then the roof. If I understand it correctly, we're going to find out here. And in theory, it should just all pop up because the tent poles are actually integrated into the frame of the tent, and so it should make it a bit easier. Let's see how fast and how well this goes. So we got the tent set up, but before we put the rain fly on, I thought maybe we'd go through and actually do a walkthrough here, show you some of the features with it, just so that we have some better lighting, and then at the end we'll put the rain cover on. Now, I'm about 5'10", Luke here is 6 foot tall. We both have our hats on, as you can tell, and I have plenty of room in here to actually be able to stand up in this tent, and I can even come over here to the side, and I'm touching a little bit, but there's plenty of room in here. Luke's got plenty of clearance on his head, so this is really nice to be able to have the high ceiling inside of here that we can actually move around without hitting our head or having to kneel down all the time as we move about. So let me take you inside the tent here. Let's just do a walkthrough so you can see what we have here. Now it does come with a room divider that would go right here in the center, and naturally we haven't put that in yet. But if you don't have the rain fly on, that's pretty neat. Look at there, it's all open up along the roof line. Now down the center is where the integrated LED lights are, and come this evening I'll show you how that works a bit better. But you actually have 2 controls for that. Right up over here you'll see these red buttons right there, and that's where you have a high load, a low mode, and then a night light. But the other neat thing that they really thought of with this, and let me walk outside here real quick, is if you come over here to the outside, you'll see like right here they have another switch that's even on the outside that's also integrated with that. There you go. That you can actually turn the lights on even before you get inside the tents. I wanted you to see what the lights look like when they're turned on in here in the evening. And so when you hit your button, this here is what it looks like in high mode. And there you see your lights that run along the entire roof line in the center of your tent, and they run the entire line. This is what they look like in low mode. And then you also have a nightlight mode, so if you press your button one more time, it shuts your lights off, and then if you press your nighttime button, then you get a warm glow light that just barely lights up your tent, just to give you like a night light. So that's really a neat idea. Now I put some clamps here on the side just so I can hold the doors really far open for me to walk through here. But now let's just take a look around inside. Now here's your one side door. That's right here. We'll look from the inside, and it has the screen to the inside. You have your one window there. Below that window, right here, is your vent. We have another large window there in the back. We have another window over here with another vent below that window. And then we have another really large window that's incorporated over into here. So let's walk inside and you can see things a bit closer. We got pockets down over here so you can place things while you're in here. Now here is the look of that inside switch. It's the same as the one on the outside, but that's here on the inside next to your side door. And then basically if you go straight up above that, right here is where your battery packet goes that actually powers that system. And I'll show you how that works, but it holds 4D batteries, and this is that pack right here. And this just goes into this little pocket up in here, and then it has a zipper and a little Velcro, and that holds it in place. So that's there like that. So here's your battery pack that you're going to use in your tent, and it holds 4D batteries. It has a USB port on it, and right here is basically your latch. You'll undo that. Now I've already gone ahead and installed our 4D batteries. You just put those in there like so, close the lid, and lock down the clamp. It does have a hook up here in the center, so you can hang a light or something else should you want to be able to do that from there. It does have another hook back here, so you can also hang something there as well. But I really like how it has all of these vents. The entire roof is vented here in the tent. So we have plenty of room. We have more pockets down over here, so you can actually store things once again. And you know, if you've been in a tent before, you certainly understand how these work. But you have a two-line system here, and that is you can come down over here, you can grab your zipper, and you'll just undo that, and there you go. You can drop that out, and you have plenty of air that can come through here. So this is really nice. So far, I'm really impressed with this tent, especially the amount of room that's in here. It says you can fit 4 queen beds in here. I certainly don't doubt that. It'd probably be a little tight, but there's plenty of room for a family of 4 like us. This will certainly meet our needs. One of the things I just noticed actually when I was walking out of the tent that's really neat is right up above your main entry door, along here, these are pockets actually that you can store things in. Right up in here. What a neat idea. It just gives you extra storage, and it's up out of your way. So on top of your little pockets you have on the side, you also have storage that runs up along your doorway all the way across. And if you go to the back, you also have one of those little pockets that goes along the entire back as well that you can store things in. So now I've taken out the room divider, and I'm going to put that up and show you how it's done. Now at the center top you have a little hook, or a hoop shall I say, right here on your divider, and then you have a hook here in the center, and we talked about that a little earlier. And this just catches on that. Then here on the sides you have these little tabs, and there's a hoop here on the side, and you'll just run those through that, and it attaches just like that. You'll do the same thing over here on this side. It'll just go through that little hoop in there, that tab, and it locks into place. And then we have the same thing down below. And now we'll do the same thing over here on this side. And now you have your room divider actually put into place. So then when you want to access each side of your rooms, all you have to do is just come in here and unzip this, and there you go. Now it does have here on the side these little retainers, so you could kind of wrap it up, and then you'll just run this around and through the hoop once again. So you can actually have it like that, so you have the rooms open in between the two. There we have the sides. The silver down below, or the gray that you see down here, is our vents that you can allow cool air in. There's the top part, you can see the mesh. It's a beautiful tent. So far, really impressed. We really like this. Let me move back over this way. Maybe try and give you a better view here. So here's the tent here. Now integrated in on the outside of your tent, you have this little red tab that you see here, and it's got a plug, and this is a really neat deal. If you happen to be camping in your backyard like the boys are going to be doing tonight, or you're at a campground where you can actually run power, it has this little flap, and what you can do is it has this little flap here, and it has Velcro, and you can open that, and it gives you an opening into the tent, so you could run an extension cord up here and run power into your tent. These here are your integrated air vents. You have two of them, one on each side. And with this one here, if we kind of look up underneath, you'll see it has the mesh in here. And so basically, if you open that fly up on the inside and you have a stake that's out here that holds it out like that, it will then pull the cool air in up through here into your tent, and then it vents out through the very top. So that took two of us maybe a minute to go ahead and actually get our rain cover put on the tent here. I thought I would give you a more up close shot of how to do this. It's actually really simple to do. And that is, here at the bottom you have these clips, and these are designed to actually go over the very top where your button here is, to be able to actually raise and lower your poles. And all this does is you just push it on and then push it with your thumb until it clicks, and then it's secured like you see like this. And you have those for each of your 6 poles all the way around. So all you do is click those into place. Now it does have the cord up here that you can actually take and run down to the ground, so you can stake it into the ground. We're doing some real hardcore backyard camping here tonight, so I'm not going to be doing that in this case. But it does have the cord then that you could run out to the ground to also keep tension on your rain cover. Got everything out of the tent now. I've gone around, made sure all the windows, the doors are sealed properly, the Velcros are fastened. And so now we're gonna give it a rain test. And I'm gonna turn on, I just have my hose here with the nozzle set to shower, and I'm gonna stay back here and kind of spray it up in the air and just let it fall down on the tent as if it were raining. And I'm gonna do that just for 1 minute so we can get an idea of if any water is able to get into our tent. And there we have it. So I ended up deciding to go with 2 full minutes on that. I think that simulated a pretty good torrential downpour that you might run into when you're up and camping. Now, one of the things before I even open this and go inside and see if we got water inside that I want to mention that may affect the outcome of this test is, if you remember those ropes that are right in through here, I did not attach those to the ground to make it really tight in terms of our rain fly on there, but just from a view from the outside, it looked really good. All the water came right off of the tent there, and it seems to be draining right off the sides like it should be and dripping down. So I think it's going to look pretty good inside. But let's go ahead now and let's open up our front door and see what it looks like. So now it's time for the moment of truth, and I gotta say, when I opened up the doors, I was really impressed because there is absolutely no water that got into the tent, and we ran that water for 2 minutes on the tent that would really simulate a pretty heavy downpour. And granted, you know, most rainstorms are going to last longer, but this just gives you an idea. But there's nowhere where it even looks like it was even trying to come in. It's just completely dry. So on that note, I believe we'll say it passed our rain test. Thought I'd show you some of the room that this tent has in it. So this here is a blow-up mattress we have that is a queen size mattress, and then they were able to actually put this cot to the side of it, and there's even still room to walk in between the two of them. And as you can see, there's still quite a bit of room up here towards the front. So I can see where they would say it could fit 4 queen size mattresses inside of here. There's certainly a lot of room to be able to do that. So what's our final conclusion when it comes to our core equipment 10-person instant cabin tent here? Well, you know, I gotta say we really like the tent overall. The boys have had a couple of campouts now in it here in the backyard. It's done great. There's tons of room inside. I can see where you can easily fit the 4 queen beds in there. We have a queen size mattress, and then we also have a cot put up in there, and there's still tons of room in there. And so that's a great part of it. We really like having the built-in lighting along the roof line there. That's just a really super cool feature. And we had that going for a couple of nights, and you know, depending on what batteries you use, that's subjective, but our lights are still going strong with the batteries that we put in there, and so I suspect they should do pretty good for quite a while. They're LEDs, so they're not going to take up a lot of light. I was really impressed with how well the tent held up with our water test, and when I opened up the door, I fully expected to find water in the tent, and I was absolutely amazed that there was just no water in the tent. It's nice. It's got lots of windows, big windows on it. We like that. The vents on the side that allow the air to come in at night was really nice. The side door is big. It opens completely up, so it gives you full access to it. Setting it up was a breeze. I mean, we did it in 4.5 minutes, I think it was there at the beginning. I have no doubt that the next time around, now that I really know what I'm doing with it, it'll certainly be done in the 2-minute time frame that they say, and that's just an amazing thing for a tent that's this size. And you know, ultimately in the end, the only thing that we really didn't care for, shall we say, and would like to have seen improved on the design was on these front doors for there to be a zipper across the top so that you could actually open the doors all the way, so it just gave you more access, more lights, easier to go in and out of the tent. So on the front, you can only zip down and across the bottom, so it kind of has to fold back that way. And if it had a zipper across the top, then you could actually open it entirely up, and it'd just make it more roomier and give you more better access to get into the tent. But you know, other than that, it's just a fantastic tent. We like the quality of everything. The size is great. It's easy to put up. It comes with everything you need with the stakes. It even comes with some patches that you can do for the floor and for the sides of the tent as well, the walls of the tent, in case you bump it into a tree branch or something like that and poke a hole in it. It does come with patches to be able to do that. So all in all, this is just a fantastic tent. In my opinion, it's going to do really good for what we're looking to do here, and I would certainly recommend it, especially at the price point it's at. So hey, I hope this video has been helpful for you. If you were over looking at one of these at Costco and was hoping to find somebody do a review on it. Hopefully this has been able to help you out. If it has, please do me a favor and hit that like button for me. It just lets YouTube know that y'all appreciate my content. If you'd like to see more videos like this one in the future, and we also do all sorts of other things here, why don't you hit that subscribe button and stick around here with me. And as always, I appreciate you stopping by, and thanks for watching.